for them.
We are live.
Just like how it's difficult to make time
so
to send money to your family back
okay,
at
I was
home.
looking at the meeting.
Well, with
Yeah,
Twitter,
when is the
you
closure
have one
date?
less thing to worry about because you can
I
pay
think
for
it's
just
19th
about
of
anything
October,
from
19th of
cable,
November.
internet, and electricity bills to buying airtime and even transferring money. Now that's a whole lot off your worry list. So why not download the Quiteller app today? That's star 322 hash or visit www.quiteller.com
Okay, no, that's the
and
last
begin to
business day
enjoy
that
life
they're
with
looking at
one
the
less
price.
thing to worry about.
So the time may have passed already.
So, I
either
stepped
way.
into the office today. And
Well, that
the
makes
first
sense
thing
because
I
if you
heard
don't put a
was,
closure date, people will just keep buying and buying and buying and getting up the price.
This whole thing?
from Zara, Next, Amazon, Macy's, Fenty Beauty, Victoria's
No, but
Secret.
then again, if people just continue buying now and it rises above the 2-0,
Amazon, Macy's.
You make it, yeah, you make
for
it.
them, they'll be buying at a cheaper price.
Right.
National online stores. Pay in Naira and have your items shipped and delivered to your doorstep. Visit globalmall.quickteller.com to start shopping.
All right, what's going on?
Quickteller. Everyday payments made easy.
With critical focus on the Nigerian economy, we see the bigger picture.
Studio's live. Mics are up.
Business Express on Smooth 98.1 in collaboration with Quickteller. Quickteller, everyday payments made easy.
Welcome, Lagos, as we talk about business inside of Business Express this morning. It's a Wednesday, the 28th of November 2018. Thinking about investment options, thinking about stock picks. Well, the guys are here. I'm talking about Rotus. Good morning, Rotus.
Good morning, Valentine. Good morning, Lagos.
And our special guest from AfriInvest, Rotus. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Good to have you here.
Hey.
Lagos, join the conversation by sending us messages through WhatsApp to 0809 444 0981. I'll say it one more time, 0809 444 0981 for your messages. You can also send us messages through Twitter. Our Twitter handle is at Smooth91FM. Use the hashtag BusinessExpress981. We're also streaming live on YouTube, so you can find us there. Just type in the search box, Smooth91FM Lagos. Let's start with the stories
All
this
right,
morning.
thank you. Oh, you know what? Actually, Lagos, include your birthdays with your messages. I'm gonna start giving shout outs to our. I have to give a shout out. Yomi the Prof. Happy birthday to Yomi the Prof. He's a frequent listener.
Okay.
And so happy birthday, Prof. Okay, so the markets, it was ugly yesterday. The market dropped by 1.1%. It fell to 31,173 points. I think that's a 52-week low.
Wow.
That's the lowest the market has dropped since November the 1st. So far this month, we're down by almost 4%. So Roma said November is going to be negative unless there's one massive rally between now and Friday. It's going to be negative.
November has 2 days.
Well, exactly. What am I even saying? Yeah, so I think November is going to end negative. So far this year, we're down by 18.4%. Big drop in the oil and gas sector. Seplats dropped by almost 10%, 9.6%. In the banking sector, GTB dropped by 2.5. They're down at 35 naira. Well, I still like GTB. Anytime GTB drops, I'm like buying opportunity. What do you guys say? Yeah.
Well, really, it's for a lot of stocks, they're actually still buying opportunities in the market.
Yeah.
But now the issue is, are you an investor who has the patience to wait in the market till some of the fears around the 2019 elections are calmed, and then we probably see foreign investors return to the market, then we most likely see a rally in the market. So if you're a more medium to long-term investor, this is probably a good time for you to come into the market.
To hop in, huh? Yeah. And again, as we always say, our disclaimer, please do your due diligence. Contact a broker like AfriInvest and say, hey, I want to buy some stocks. Give me some advice before you come at me with pitchforks and stuff. Rotus said I should buy this stuff. I'm talking for myself. Okay, another one. Dangote Cement. Roma said it fell, what was it, 1.1%, yeah, 1.03% yesterday. 193 naira now. I think that's a new low for the year for Dangote Cement. So again, like as you just said, it's looking attractive. Okay. Let's move on to our stories now. Around Sela, there was a meeting. Was it on Monday? I believe a meeting in the oil and gas industry. The International Biennial Health, Safety and Environmental Conference, not a meeting, a conference on the oil and gas industry held by the Department of Petroleum Resources. And there was a confession that was made by, I'm going to let you tell our listeners, by the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Dr. Ibe Kachuku. Romus, can you help us out with this confession that he made at this conference on Monday? What was this about? Because it made some... the Twitter was alive earlier this week.
Back in 2017, I think he had made some comments that the refineries would be up to full capacity by 2018, and the importation of oil of fuel into the country should also cease. But I mean, I think there was some sort of reality check, and
so
stating that
he looked at his calendar, maybe
stating that the 2018 target,
no, 2019,
the 2019 target,
2019, yeah.
Forgive me.
Yeah.
The 2019 target didn't seem that realistic anymore. I mean, based on current steps that have been taken. Now, I'm thinking the general optimism that had been expressed over cessation of importation of fuel. Yes, I know his statements were about bringing our own refineries, so the ones in Port Harcourt, Warri, Kaduna, up to full production levels. Are we entirely sure the hope wasn't really just put on Dangote?
Right, Dangote's refinery
that was expected to come up, because that seems more realistic.
And Dangote pushed it back, his back, right?
So we've had some delays as well. So I think that still remains more realistic, because from the 4 refineries that we have, reports suggest that they're operating at below 50%, 50% capacity. The funds that are needed to revamp these refineries, have they been provided? What steps have actually been taken? What progress has been made towards restoring them to this level? But I mean, I think the reality is that 2019 target seems
not happening,
quite unachievable.
Also, there was a report here from the Punch. It said here earlier this month that the proposed rehabilitation of the nation's refineries had suffered delays as the third-party financiers for the project had yet to be announced. Now, I want to ask you, because it's my own, understanding of this is that they can't find these financiers to revamp these refineries, because the financiers are saying, if we put money into these refineries and we invest in them, at what price are we going to sell the product? If you're still capping the price at 145, we're not going to make our invest. I don't know. I mean, where are you?
So that's definitely what it is, because the financiers are most likely going to be private sector guys, and everyone is looking at their returns. What sort of margins can they make if my eventual production cost is going to be around that 145 or even above that? What then happens? So the regulation of the downstream oil and gas sector still needs to be done. More attention needs to be paid to that side. Otherwise, we're just going to
keep going around this circle again. And then this takes us back to the petroleum industry bill again. So that pending bill, which we've been waiting forever. All right. Well, so I must throw this in. He was on Hard Talk on BBC, yes, and I can't remember the host's name, but he asked him, if you don't meet these targets, you will resign, and he said yes. Just throwing it out there, and I tweeted it to you guys. I tweeted he went on there in May of 2017. Okay. I can't remember the exact, but I tweeted the video, so you can watch it.
We have elections coming up.
Exactly.
If there's a change, he just might be stepping out.
He might be resigning anyway. Okay, so we move from oil and gas over to the insurance sector. I'm showing that Continental Reinsurance, there might possibly be a takeover from the parent company. I think they sent a notice to the stock exchange announcing this.
Yes, so notice has been sent to the exchange. The price at which the parent company is looking to acquire the outstanding shares, about 2 naira 4 kobo thereabout, has also been announced, and a meeting has been slated.
I think it's December
for some time in
20th,
December, with shareholders to get some feedback or propose the plan to them. Now, there are already concerns that the stock could most likely be delisted. I mean, based on historical evidence that we've seen. So if you remember 7-Up as well in the past and the likes. Now, what we've also noticed since this news hit the market was the price of the stock has rallied, because the stock was trading at about 1 naira 50 kobo thereabout, and the proposed takeover is about 2 naira 4 kobo thereabout. So a lot of people were looking to just take advantage of that opportunity, that premium pricing, become shareholders in the stock and make some quick bucks. So we've seen some interest in the stock. But I mean, looking at the insurance sector generally, there's a need to revamp that space, that insurance space. Consolidation are needed in that space. I mean, the NICOM had earlier announced plans to recapitalize, but it seems like that has been called off now. So we're just looking at the insurance sector, and it's quite sad, really.
All right. Well, I mean, we'll see how that goes. That NICOM thing, I just still do not understand. We were supposed to take things to another level.
We have messages.
Yes, of course we have messages
on WhatsApp. Shani, by the way, if you just joined and you're wondering what the WhatsApp number is, you're listening to Business Express with Rotus, and then we have Romasele from AfriInvest.
Yes.
The number is 0809 444 0981. Shani said, Rotus, is it true that with 19 billion naira, someone can purchase the entire share capital of Diamond Bank?
No, wait. Yeah, putting me on the spot with math, to do the arithmetic. No, I have to calculate. Yeah, I know, right? No, I don't think that's possible. I think it's much higher than that. But I think it's going by, because Diamond Bank dropped again, and it's at 81 kobo. I have to check the floats, the number of shares outstanding, and calculate. But I don't think 19 billion. No way. No. Shady, no, I don't think that's possible.
Dami OO says, good morning, guys. Catch should go say 2,000 Hail Marys and go say no more. Please wish me happy birthday for 2018, April 11th.
All right, damn it. I've marked it down. Business Express birthdays. We're doing it.
Oh, my goodness. And then Chris says, the stories about our refineries are just too weird to understand. We need to do a Jack Reacher or murder at 1600 kind of investigation.
Okay.
The truth is here to see the light of day. And then Rotimi here says, so Rotimi here just wanted to see you guys, if you guys had any opinions on the SACO IPO going on.
Okay, yeah.
What are your recommendations? Do you see this as a good news for the NSC that more companies are listing? MTN should be embarrassed.
More companies are listing. Isn't that our first IPO this year? We've had one.
First IPO this year. But I mean, compared, how many did we have?
Was it last year? Zero?
So it's an improvement, really.
We have more here. Dapo Shunkoya says, I see Dangote refineries as a test for the government in terms of price control mechanism.
Thank you, Dapo.
And Rainmaker says, Rotus, actually there are a lot of stocks that look good now for anyone to take position. The problem is that it is becoming a difficult task of predicting when the market will rebound for investors to enjoy some capital gains. Actually, guys, if I do not have one big money that I can let go of for at least 9 months, so 1 year, stock is not my thing for now.
All right.
Kachiku, fixing of refinery for Nigeria has suddenly become a shifting target. I hope he won't bet with his profession in case he did not meet this new date.
Real quick on the SACO. Okay, I for now, no, I'm not. I would wait, because usually, Roman said the price usually drops after the IPO price, right? I think it's about the IPO price about 4 naira 65 kobo. So SACO is serving the airlines. The airline industry they're struggling right now. They've been talking about prices going up. So on that question on the SACO IPO, I would hold off for now to see how the price performs.
And then Henry says, well, the host for that TV show,
Steven Sakura. Thank you for that.
The man can terrorize people with questions.
He should do our debates. They should call him to do our presidential debates.
Thank you so very much for coming in.
Thank you. Of AfriInvest. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Lagos, catch the replay of the show. If you missed it, go on YouTube and type Smooth 91 FM Lagos. Coming up next, we have a very interesting conversation about how we'll fuel our hustle. Make sure you join us.
Business Express.
Thank you.
On Smooth 88.1.